It might be easy for some people to think that they've been forgotten if they were a tornado victim of only a month ago. It was a month ago yesterday that an EF5 tornado changed the landscape in Parkersburg, New Hartford, and other communities really forever in some cases. The damage making it tough to even recognize the towns, even if you grew up there. And News Channel 7's John Wilmer, himself a Parkersburg native, joins us tonight.
Now, John, Parkersburg, obviously your hometown, your parents still live there. This is obviously a very, very personal story for you.
That's true. It's a story you kind of dread but also look forward to, and tonight I just hope I do my town proud. Now, if you've traveled to Parkersburg in the past month, there is no doubt you've heard some amazing stories. Stories of survival, faith, and kindness. Now, each person has their own. This is mine. Growing up in the communities of Applington and Parkersburg is probably as close to a fairy tale as a person can get. It really is a lesson in life. You get a great education, the chance to play for some great coaches, and even have the chance to clown around. However, the most important lesson you will ever learn here is about heart. On May 25th, the place I call home was turned upside down. Friends' homes were destroyed. The high school I spent 4 years at was in a pile of rubble.
A lot of houses are gone.
And the town I knew inside and out was unrecognizable.
The brick wall.
My parents escaped the wrath of the EF5 tornado in the basement of the home I grew up in. My dad saw it coming through a basement window. When the tornado passed, they walked up the stairs to a view they were not used to.
So we could see the neighbor's house. And so we just kind of, looked around. Our garage is gone. The cars were sitting here, though. And then we noticed the house. Half the roof was gone.
However, my parents were lucky. Most of the house was still standing, including the wall where they kept track of just how fast us kids were growing. Neighbors nearby were not as lucky.
And then your dad looked up at the school. And then it really hit. And then we looked the other way, and it was just unbelievable seeing all those houses gone.
Chris Luring, the Parkersburg police chief and a lifelong resident of Parkersburg, was one of the first on the scene, helping those who could not help themselves.
It was absolutely like people were shell-shocked. Some people were just wandering around. Some people were trying to find family members. I directed individuals on specific blocks for a few blocks as far as I possibly could.
In the end, it's just stuff.
Al Kearns has spent more than 30 years teaching at AP. His classroom is missing its roof, and the clocks are stuck at the time the tornado hit. Now Kearns believes it's this school that will bring this community together and help it move past the devastation.
This is just like every other small community in Iowa. The school, people will fight to the end to save their school because that's their identity, and that's what the school rallies around socially. And it seems that in a small town like this, once you lose your school, you lose a lot of that.
This tornado has done more damage than I could have ever imagined. One of my friends said it was like a bomb had been dropped on the town, but he also said a bomb could never do this good of a job. But this tornado has done something else, something unexpected. It has brought people from all over the state and all over the country together.
Our building's gone, but the human spirit lives on strong, and all the people that have come and joined to help us from all over the state, we cannot thank them enough.
The people here didn't deserve this. But either way, it happened. And for what the purpose is, I don't know. I do believe there is a purpose, and I hope that purpose is fulfilled.
And while some people might think that this is the final chapter for Parkersburg, well, they'd be wrong. This is just the beginning. Now, another highlight from AP I didn't get into was about athletics. Now, some people might wonder why this is being focused on at a time like this. And if you're not from this community, you might not understand. But in the end, it gives us hope. Hope that tomorrow will be better than today.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've talked about that, Ron, about the tradition with Ed Thomas, and it's getting a lot of national attention.
I'm like you. I grew up in a small town. Everybody rallied around the sports teams, and in your case, John, with Coach Thomas being such a recognized figure. I mean, here we have all these NFL stars coming back to town. We had ESPN coming to town. We had NFL Network. NBC Sports is doing a story. All of this is extra recognition, which helps the community recover, and it's all because of the notoriety from the sports department, isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly right. Like Ed Thomas, he teaches, it's not just about football, it's about heart.
Right, yeah.
And it's just how to grow as a human being more so than as a football player. It's just becoming a man, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I played for a lot of great coaches, but I would love to have played for Coach Thomas. Absolutely, no doubt about it.
Great story.
John.
Thank you, John.
And the talent is coming back. It really is. There's no doubt about that. And
Very much so.
we're going to be there, though. We can't wait for the first football game.
That's
I think
right.
everybody's looking forward to
Absolutely.
that, actually.
All right.